Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host Nitin Nair. As always, before we begin, a huge thank you to all our listeners, viewers and subscribers who actually take time out to connect with us and let us know via the comments and also all the other community activities that we do, what you think of the channel, what kind of content you would like to see, and most importantly, correct us if we've ever gone wrong in any of our videos. We are always open to your comments and suggestions and try to incorporate as many of them in our future videos as possible. For all those who haven't subscribed, all it takes is a click from your end, but what it does for us is that it tells the YouTube algorithm that these videos are good enough to be shared with a lot more people. Thank you once again, and now to the video. In our last video, we looked at something more cheerful, more fun, and associated with happiness, which was the snow lion from Tibetan mythology. In this episode, we are going to be traveling to the other end of the world and to the United States of America, where we will be looking at Native American mythology and Hopi mythology in particular, at a god whose origins and role in their mythology is not quite as cheerful. This is the god of the dead, Masauwu. In Hopi mythology, the skeleton man, or Masauwu, is regarded as the lord of the dead. In one epic story, he is a cultural hero who taught these people about the importance of agriculture. He is also known as a trickster who would chase women. The various scandalous and funny stories about the skeleton man have made him an appealing character. Although his appearance can be frightening, he is regarded as a good friend of humans and can be trusted to look after the Hopi people in their afterlife. Masauwu was described as hideous, but was also given various favorable attributes and is a representation of the diversity of myths prevalent among the Hopi people. He was either described as a fearsome creature or a handsome man beneath his mask. In some stories, Tawa, the sun god, is considered to be the father of Masauwu. Masauwu is also known as the skeleton man, Masauwu, Masawi, Masau, Masauwu, or Masauwu. The powerful being known as Masauwu is the keeper of fire and the spirit of death. He was also the ruler of the upper world, and he was able to help the good people escape from the wicked third world. The surface of the earth is ruled by a powerful being who has the power to reign over the underworld, fire, and death. According to one legend, Masauwu was able to establish the Hopi at the site of the ancient city of Oribe. He was also charged with protecting the people from the coming of the lost white brother. The Hopi world, as well as the underworld beneath the earth, belong to Masauwu. He is a dreadful and powerful being who wears a bloody and bald mask on his head. Because of this, men cannot look at his face. According to the Hopi, he is a handsome man with a long black hair and dark complexion. Masauwu is regarded as a great giant. Upon encountering the Hopi in the underworld, they found Masauwu's footprints as a first sign that something was not right. Now, instead of walking alone at night, Masauwu only carries a flaming torch while he walks around the world and ensures that the torch is burning. The skeleton man, also known as Masau, taught the Hopi people how to live a simple life. He would often offer various items such as seeds, water, a gourd, and a cloak to demonstrate his virtue. If people would dedicate their lives to practicing proper agricultural practices, Masauwu would ensure that they would have a smooth journey into the afterlife. The traditional practices of the Hopi people are focused on being kind and helpful to others. Masauwu is regarded as a force of good that can be intimidating for some people. But he is also an example of how to live a long and happy life. Like hunters, The Hopi believe that death is necessary for survival. It is also accompanied by the protection of animal spirits. In times of war and sickness, Masauwu is called upon to help and carry the spirits of the departed to and from the fourth world. The character of Masauwu in Hopi mythology tends to incorporate many characteristics that are common with other characters from around the world. Although in many cultures the role of escorting spirits to the afterlife, judging them, taking care of them in the underworld, etc., are carried out by different gods, the Hopi believe that the Masauwu, who is also responsible for agriculture and life, takes care of the dead as well. We will be looking at a lot more characters that have similar characteristics and are associated with death and the afterlife in our future videos. Until then, this is your host Nitin Nair signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.